What's poppin', MFL Nation? We got MFL Total Access here. We got Playoff Edition. I'm Will Power. That's Terry Babalis. Let's get me
Now we
started. Come
got
on now, turn me up.
and now turn me up, taking
Turn
a
me up.
line
Let's
from
go.
our boy in the Bandits.
Bandits, baby. Come on.
Uh, and now we got playoffs across the whole league, right?
Yes.
Brassard Laval entering the playoffs too. It was a little bit of a wet week one in the playoffs. Supposed to be better weather coming up. There were parts of the day that was drier than others.
hmm
Lots of games, lots of upsets, lots of games to cover, lots of stuff to unpack. Before we get into that, a few messages. A few general messages. Fall registration is open. Welfare Avenue charity tournament is open. We have the MFL get together. The location has changed. It's not a Champs bar. It's at Bobby's bar on Beaubien. We emailed captains. We'll send reminders. We're going to post it, or we have already posted it in the MFL players. New bar this time around.
So it's not as John's nephew's cousin's sister's uncle.
It's the same owner.
Oh, so it's still him.
Yeah,
Oh, respect.
yeah.
Respect.
Apparently, there's like a nice little room in the back for us to be cozy.
Oh, damn. Let's go. Cozy's life.
That's on August 2nd at 5 p.m. So following the Brassard and Laval finals. Before we start, John and I were speaking. We were thinking about doing like a little ad for registration. So we wanted to ask you, since you're the face of the MFL, William Power, if you had to talk to some friends about the
Bro, face the
MFL
MFL. I haven't won a Div 1 game in like the last 4 seasons, bro.
game.
Div 1 playoff game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that checks out. It's still your league though, so people are asking you, why join the MFL? Like, what is it about the MFL? Why would you want to play in the MFL?
Oh man, well obviously because the MFL is great. It's a super fun and friendly, family friendly league. Well, big thing, the games are longer, right? Like I mean, the games are longer.
25% longer about?
Yeah, that too. And like, look, you're getting a full game. Clock stops. It's rare leagues clock stops on turnovers, touchdowns, and change of possessions. So that's like super unique to the MFL. So you're really getting your money's worth. Let's say your game starts at like 10 o'clock real time. It's not finishing before 11, right? Probably 11:15, maybe even 11:20. That's super important there. The games are longer, so that's definitely at least one of the reasons. And yeah, it's a family friendly vibe. Everyone, super nice, super chill, very reasonably priced. And yeah, so there's that. There's and a lot of other things.
I've heard other people mention that they appreciated being all on the same day.
Yes, 100% Saturdays, right? Because you don't have to like run around Sunday morning in Timbuktu, Wednesday night in Laval, same day. You know you're playing on Saturdays. You know you're playing between a certain time and a certain time.
Or
Uh,
Sundays if you're playing in the Brassard or Laval League.
yeah, true. So it's like you can
Oh,
schedule
don't
it.
forget about them.
Yeah, no, touche. I knew you'd catch me there. But yeah, I mean that's a big like incentive to play there. It's in your schedule, right? You don't have to move things around whether you're babysitting the baby or you got this happening Thursday night. So just making it that consistency on Saturdays and Sundays, super beneficial and much less of a headache.
So given that the games are longer and always the same day, you get to see William Power more often. So like that's the biggest bonus that I'm hearing out of what you're saying.
Appreciate that. Well, that's only if the games are all at LeBaire. Make sure games are all at the same spot.
And when's
But
the registration deadline?
the registration deadline is coming up in between 2 to 4 weeks.
August 3rd. August
August
3rd is the
3rd.
registration deadline.
Yeah, 2 weeks exactly. Yeah, so make sure you get it done.
All right, thanks, Will.
Yeah, all good, all good.
August 3rd is also the registration deadline for a charity event. Uh, you participated in it last year. If I asked you, what was your favorite part of that and why should people participate this year? What do you guys say there?
Well, the food was awesome, right? That was that was really cool.
Come play
Um,
football and give to charity because we got great food to offer.
We got good food. No, but it was actually really cool. It was the MFL vibe, but like kind of on steroids. It was cool to wait to see how the games were kind of condensed, so like every play mattered, and you were playing a bunch of games no matter what, right? So like that was super cool, having different divisions, mixing together with teammates, right? Like we had Chris on our team, we had our boy JP on the squad as well. So yeah, you get to play with different people, learn new playbooks. You get to play against different people too, so you get like bragging rights and stuff. And yeah, it's a fun day all around.
Great. Great
Yeah,
ambassador,
yeah.
William. And
Yeah.
last but not least, we got the Alouettes this Sunday, Sunday night football in Montreal. Will and I are going to most probably be there. Be nice if more people show up. We're going to have a fun night at the Owls this Sunday. good to get a few MFL folks there.
Nice. 7 p.m., eh?
I think so.
Nice. It's been a while, but I haven't been to a Dallas game. Sick vibe.
They're pretty exciting to watch nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. People be sleeping on the CFL, man. CFL is good football.
All right, let's get right into it without further ado. MFL Division One. We did not cover them last week. We got two massive games this week. Arnolds at Outlaws, Idaho at the Unit. Man, this is some must-watch TV. A few people were mentioning that they're upset or they would have preferred the games not be at the same time to be able to watch both games. It's the way the schedule is done in the playoffs. It ensures there's no conflicts. So there won't be much scoreboard watching between these two teams. They'll be focused on their game. Anyways, if you don't win your game, it doesn't matter who won the other game. So let's start with you guys. You guys are playing against the Outlaws. You've played against each other many, many, many times in recent history. You actually defeated the Outlaws in that after-mentioned playoff win that you were talking about. The last one, the last Arnold's playoff win
Literally.
was against these Outlaws, I think in fall 2024. So it was like, it's been 2 calendar years ago. Outlaws have only won championships since that time. So can you put a stop to that?
We lit a fire under their butt. We're definitely coming in as the underdogs. We played them twice this year, right? And neither game was particularly close. One game me threw there because Dad was out. We're gonna have to play a really good game, right? We've kind of been inconsistent this year. We're the good thing is we should be a full roster, and we just got to capitalize. Kind of play that like free football underdog mentality. We've had games this year we played really well. And Division One's been weird this year, right? Outlaws losing to Double Dippers, and the Outlaws, beating teams like the Unit and Idaho. So we're just gonna have to play our best game of the season for sure. And we're not expecting it to be easy, but we're looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, for sure. And the storyline coming into this one is Arnold's clinched the playoffs. They squeezed into that last playoffs seed, even with one game in hand, but they did not beat any playoff teams throughout the whole regular season. Like, to me, that's a big storyline. And you're talking about underdogs, but that like underdog mentality and that wolf thing you like doing, but that's a big one.
Yeah.
5 wins on the regular season, but none against the top 3 teams. And you're going to have to beat 2 out of those top 3 teams in the next 2 weeks to hoist that MFL trophy.
I didn't even realize that. It's a good call, because we were 0-2 against Outlaws, 0-2 Idaho, 0-1 against the Unit. Look, we're saving it for the playoffs, right? You don't want to really spread it out. You want to keep them.
Yeah, I figured you want to give the surprise, and
yeah. But it's like raw sauce, right? We're 5-5. Like, it's kind of like you know what to expect.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just thinking about like our games. Yeah, our games really weren't particularly close.
Yeah, no, they were not. Look,
No,
I think you guys got to play a perfect game on both sides of the ball. I think the pressure is definitely on you guys, right? Like, I don't think it's a game that, like, based on this season, you've had spurts in the regular season and in games where you guys had shown great football and you've put together a couple of good drives throughout the game. You've had monster games. Yeah, Luristas have monster games this year. Great, like, supporting cast all around. Zach has been a great addition to this team.
Yeah.
Andrew leading the way in his first season with the Iron Wolves. So, like, you definitely have the tools. Like, it's not like, is it likely that Iron Wolves win this game? Probably not. Is it impossible? Definitely not. Outlaws have made mistakes. Look, they've lost to Double Dippers, who at one point in the season people were saying that they were really doubting them. They turned their season around, but they still beat the Outlaws, finished first in this division, fair and square, not by forfeit. Look, you guys got to come with the game plan and execute it. Because I know you guys have the theoretical game plan there. I know you know Steve's offense. You played against him a bunch. You know that defense. You played against those guys or with those guys a bunch. It's really just making sure you limit the mistakes and the execution is there, right? You're not going to have many chances to capitalize on opportunities if you get them. So it's really to make the most out of them. If Outlaws make a mistake, if they go turnover on downs, if they throw a pick, you got to make sure you get points off of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. It's like, scoring early. Like, I assume we're going to start with the ball because they'll probably pick defense first. And it's like scoring on that first drive is like imperative. You don't want to get down against them and have to play against Steve and the clock and that offense. So, yeah, I always say like making a statement early in the game, score, then put a little bit more pressure on the other team. Yeah, it could be a good game. It'd be a fun game. Like you said, a lot of familiarity.
yeah. And then this one is going to be all fireworks. Idaho unit, both teams finishing at 7-3, playing against each other twice. I think they split both matchups.
Yeah.
Idaho winning the first one 49-46, unit taking winning the second one 38-36. So a total of a 1 point differential here amongst the two teams, both scoring over 80 points each in those two games. Uh, this is also a rematch of the last two semifinals, I
It was the
believe.
semis,
Is
eh?
it the
Yeah,
last
the
two?
year
I know
that was the year Union and Outlaws were in
Fall
the
as well.
finals,
No,
eh?
Fall they played you. Yeah, you didn't make the playoffs. It was a rematch of last spring semifinals. Um,
22. Yeah, and then Outlaws had
were
beaten
you watching
KO.
that game?
Yeah. Yes, unit. Well, yeah, because we didn't make the plane. You're right. Yes, we'd watch both.
So yeah, Idaho unit faced off in the semifinals, spring 2025. You watched that game, right?
Yeah, that was yes, that was unit pulled away in the second half of that game. I remember being close in the first half, and then that unit defense just came up super
Yeah,
clutch.
I remember the play of the game was I think it was Joey on a double quarterback throwing an intercept. It was working early in the game, hitting like hit Jerome for a 2 point convert attempt, and then he got picked off by James Cooley, who's not there.
Mm,
Uh, at that point, Idaho hits the convert after that touchdown. Had it been a touchdown, they go up two scores, right? And I think that early, mid first half kind of changed the game there.
mm.
Obviously, not exact same teams here, but the core of the guys are still there. We watched the Idaho unit's second game of the regular season. Man, it was exciting. Back and forth plays on both sides of the ball. Idaho have the new toy this season with Felix Boutet, and then the games he's been there, he's been doing really well. 10 touchdowns in 4 games, over 400 yards. You have a trio of receivers with Jean Samuel, Jerome, and Felix over 400 yards. You add Manu there to 350 plus. Mo, you clearly see who the five guys are on offense. Three guys with double-digit touchdowns. Like the top three have a combined 40 touchdowns. Like this is firepower. You look at the unit though. Vinny's been having one of his best seasons in the MFL. Also, great ball distribution here. You look like
Yeah,
the receiver with the least amount of yards has over 250. Uh,
that's
this is great. Like it's really I trust everyone on this team for kind of almost both rosters here. You
mm.
got Brady, who's also a difference maker on defense, leading the league by a great margin in interceptions. Usually it's a tight race. I think Brady had
Yeah,
three
yeah.
plus over the second guy. So yeah, what are you looking for in this game? What are the keys to victory for each team?
Well, look, I think there's no doubt about it. This game's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I don't think either team puts up under 40 points. And look, it's the good old saying in Division One. A lot of it's going to come down to converts. Both these teams are very good at converts. They seem to make they go for two and they seem to make more than 50% of their converts, which is clutch. And they both kind of have this thing going, double quarterback, and just hard for defenses to adjust. So that's going to be super important. I think it's going to come down to a stop. It's going to be that one throw that the quarterback wanted to have back, a tip ball, a sack, a safety. I think that the rushes are actually have an important game here. I did say it's going to be high scoring, but I could see, like I said, it being a big sack on third down. You got Uzi, who's a sick rusher. You got Devin too, who's every single game he's putting up stats. I think the rushes are going to have a big importance of this game, and they may be the reason there's only going to be one or two stops because. I don't really see quarterbacks putting the ball in harm's way. Um,
Yeah, I definitely think coming down to converts, like this is a classic game where like it's going to come down to converts. Either last touchdown scored, you're going to need the convert to win,
yeah,
or something like that. It might even go to overtime. It's one of the games I'm the most excited for this weekend.
100%. But I'm telling you, I think a rusher's going to make a play deep in this game, whether it's a tip ball, a knockdown. The rushers are just too good not to make
We
a
have two
difference.
of the top rushers in the league coming out in this game. I mean, I think all four rushers in the D1 semifinal are four of the top rushers in all of the MFL, right? Shout out to Valia who put up 11 sacks in just 2 games.
That's insane.
Yeah,
40. Yeah, I mean that's look, it's six PDs there for Devin. Um, this can be a fun one. I think it was tough unit last week, not having their full roster. And the Idaho too, right? They're like 4.5 guys, but they just come up with the guys. They come, they show up, they ball out. Unfortunately, I think Sam's done for the year. But they're used to being undermanned or just
yeah, yeah.
exactly enough to play.
It's just
So it's
odd if they
nothing.
play with more than like 6.5 guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I don't think it's good for their mojo. Like,
oh, I was gonna say, so they're in best case scenario now.
let's go to Division 2.
Yeah. We do our picks after.
Yeah, if you do the pick now, who's your pick?
Yeah, good call. Um, man, I'm going Idaho. I'm going Idaho. I wasn't a huge fan of how that game ended with Unit. I know Vinny wasn't there. Energy wasn't great. I just trust Idaho on that offense a little bit more. I'm going to go 46-44. Idaho wins on converts.
What do you got? Iron Wolves Outlaws.
Look, both teams. No, I don't do that.
So I got Outlaws in the first game, and then the option now is either a rematch of the fall D1 finals or a rematch of the spring D1 finals, right? Because
Yeah.
Idaho faced Unit in spring, Idaho in fall. I was really going back and forth on this. I feel look, I just don't want to agree with you, so we could have a little bet going on. I mean, I was slightly leaning to the Unit in this one because I just think that I didn't see the first encounter between them, and I just saw the way that Unit took care of business in that second game. And I have this game going into overtime, and somehow, some way, the Unit squeeze out the W.
Man, I like it. This is a coin toss, man. It's a coin toss.
Division 2,
Let's
we'll
go.
skip bin Thunder Buddies. It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Only see me.
Great comeback by Lebin.
Yeah, and witching hour honor game. So yeah, we saw Dave was there scouting. His daughter was playing the slot after.
That was so cool.
Uh, Honor game took care of business pretty convincingly against Witching Hour during the regular season, and I was really surprised to see that final score. I know maybe it's just the way we match up against Witching Hour is one of the teams that give us the hardest time. Like I said last week, they just keep winning in playoffs, right? This team has
Yeah.
one playoff loss to their on their resume. Yeah, one playoff loss on their resume in the 3 seasons they've been in the MFL. Well, look, I guess we could put an asterisk next to this game here because they were missing their quarterback in this game. And
Yeah.
it's the only time they played against each other. They were missing Mathieu, leading the league and leading the division in almost all quarterback stat categories.
Mhm.
Obviously, Tristan's a more than capable backup, but he's one of their top weapons also. So it's not the same dynamic either. Looks like he split it with Charles Antoine there, but I don't think this game could tell us much,
Yeah.
given that he wasn't there. So this is a battle between team number 2 and team number 3 in this very tight and strong Division 2. Um, yeah, what do you see? What do you like? Who's your pick?
Honestly, I got a bit of a grinded out, low scoring game here. I think that, Dave is going to take his deep shots, which I like, to kind of stretch out the defense there. He's going to hit on a few. And I think, we know the DBs from Witching Hour, right? Like they're not a team that really gets beat and they have super athletic guys. So it's going to be being able to capitalize at least, once or twice a drive on those deep balls. But I think big plays, red zone's going to be key. I think that teams are going to be moving the ball down the field. Red zone's where it gets tight. You got great defenders from Honor Game 2. You got Victor Davis. Then you have Devin at Rush 2. You got Tsitsi. So yeah, I don't think either team is going to score more than 30 points in this game. Honestly,
I was going to say maybe 20. Look at the low scoring game, which now we're involved against Iron Trollers, who Iron Trollers had D1 players across the board there.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, like that game, like it was raining at that game, but still, like there was great defensive
I
performances.
mean, it
There
was
was
also raining during Ben Simon Says, right? It was at the same time.
exactly good call. So yeah, I see like almost like a 26-24 type of game here between Witching Hour Honor Game. I think it'll be a lot closer, obviously, than that first contest. And I think the pressure's on both quarterbacks, right? You have
Who's the
Mathieu
pressure
there.
on more, though?
I think it's more on Mathieu, to be honest. Like it's I don't know why. Like I almost feel like Witching Hour is the favorite, even though Honor Game got the 2 seed. I don't know why I get that vibe. Maybe because Honor Game was off, maybe a little bit rusty, and Witching Hour just win in the playoffs. But I think no, the pressure is more on them and more on Witching Hour in general. Um, yeah, like this is a new team, right, in Div 2 for Honor Game.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like,
yeah,
who's your pick?
give me Honor Game. I'm gonna go 26-24 regulation.
I love that we're not agreeing. I'm going witching hour. Only because, well, not only because I maybe would have still predicted them in a later time slot, but particularly because the game's at 8:40, and I predict that honor games start the game with 5 players.
Man, yeah. Bro, don't expect miracles from us either, eh, bro. The 840 game, bro. I don't know who decided that. And that's a good point, though, right? We've seen it this year.
Yeah,
Different teams.
witching hour strike me as more of those early birds, you know?
Yeah, no, good call. Like they're there at 8:15, warmed up, jersey
Yeah.
on. Yeah, true, true.
All right, Division 3.
Let's go.
And here's where we actually had our first upset of the, well, if we're going in order from Division 1 down. We had Lipsfuck in an absolute shootout against Ghosts.
Yeah,
And Montreal Cessnas defeating Hounds, although that was the 4 versus 5 seed, and Hounds played, I think, with like 4.5 players.
yeah.
Um,
Super
yeah,
unfortunate.
but look, super close games all around across the board in Division 3. Gonna gonna make for some exciting Division 3 semifinals. And also, shout out to Cessnas. 3 teams in the league out of 84 Montreal teams. There
Yeah.
are 12 teams remaining to hoist six. Oh no, wait, not 12. No, we got 24 teams remaining in the
Yeah,
same.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, we got 24 teams remaining out of the 84, and there's still all 3 Cessna teams alive.
That's pretty good numbers if you ask me.
Yeah, can we'll discuss see how many we think make it to the finals next week
Yeah.
or the following week. Um, let's start with les petits fuck, les nomades. So les nomades are the clear number one. We're the number one, I think, from almost beginning to end of this regular season.
Hmm.
We saw a bit of the petits fuck ghost game. We saw how Dom LaFleur could carry that team on his shoulders whenever he wants to and take his ability to the next level. Um, these 2 teams faced off in the regular season, and it wasn't as close as you would have thought. And it was one of Les Nomad's only 3 losses. Dom LaFleur throwing 2 picks to Alex Tastro's 0 and still coming up on top in this game. Um, yeah, what do you expect from this semifinal rematch?
Look, I mean, this Leno might squeeze out the victory last week, right? Against Spartans. I expected that one to be a little more, easy for them. So they're coming off a gritty win, and at a certain point you gotta like that too, right? That's what's gonna come in the playoffs. Look, it's gonna be how they're able to contain Dom, and that's gonna be huge. I think we may have Thomas Rush. And then if he gets tired, have a little bit some backups there because he's not easy to rush.
Yeah,
And look, Les Petits Fuck are veterans, right? It's a different team. It's not the exact same team, but Dom knows how to win. Charles too. Then you have Etienne. It's just a solid team all around. And I think that I can see them getting a few stops early on in this game, and it may be hard for Nomad to get. A stop here and there. I think, look, for Nomad, it's going to be keep moving the ball down the chains, keep moving those chains. Sorry. And it's like, positive plays, positive plays. You take your shots when it's there. But, Alex has been doing his thing, man. Like, he's been crushing it this year. So you don't want to deviate too much from what you've been doing. So stick to that. But yeah, I got like maybe like a tip ball here. It comes late in the game or a missed tackle. It's weird, man. Like I almost feel like the Petit Fuck are favorites in this game. I know it sounds weird. No matter we're the number one. I just maybe it's recency bias, but they just looked really good in their last victory against Ghosts.
who's your pick?
Man, look, I can't go against Nomad. They've been my number one. They have a special place in my heart. I think this can be a great game. I think if there's one game that goes to overtime or the course this weekend, it's this one. I'm gonna go Nomad win 31-30 in overtime. They score late in the game, don't get their convert, but they get their convert in overtime. Stop a pretty fuck. Give me Nomad 31-30 overtime. They punch their ticket to the finals.
You know, I'm smiling.
You're going pretty fuck.
Exactly.
Yep.
When games are this close, it's a tale of 2 quarterbacks here. We have Dom LaFleur, who was before he briefly retired, was considered one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in the MFL. I think there was a point where he was the best quarterback in the MFL. And
Yeah.
now we have Alex Castro, who is probably the hottest up and coming quarterback in the MFL, who won quarterback of the year in Division 5, has been balling out now in Division 3, is already looking to put a team together as quarterback in Division 2. So it's really the tale of like history against like the new up and comer here. And
Mhm.
when games are this close or debated this much, what do we usually say or what do we usually ask ourselves to kind of help us draw the line there?
We got veterans, right?
Yes, but also who has the ability to be the best player on the field in that game? And seeing the way they both played in their quarterfinal game, I think that's Dom. And it's not an easy answer; it's a close one. But I
Yeah.
think if at the end of the game we could pinpoint who was the best player on the field in that game, I think to me it's Dom, and that's why I'm going with Pizza Fuck.
Yeah, it's great. And like that's what made it really tough to pick against Zipper Defug. Like I said, both quarterbacks are rolling, and Dom's Dom.
Yeah,
Crazy. Like you got to think a Div 3 game when he was, the number one quarterback. He should be favored in most of them.
yeah. So Cessna's Bandits now. Um, Turn me up.
Man, it turned me up, baby, turned me up against the young guys, MTL Cessnas. I was upset the way that game played out. Cessnas and Hounds. Unfortunately, Hounds being five players. But good on Cessnas. Doing their thing, not taking them for granted. Playoffs, you never know. Hounds are still a good team. Um,
Yeah. So Bandits and Cessnas actually played once during the regular season. That game went to overtime. Cessnas were without their starting quarterback in that game. So obviously, gotta take it with a grain of salt. But
yeah,
still, I do expect a very similar close game here. Two very different styles of offenses, like completely different styles of offenses. Uh, so it'll be interesting to see how they mesh and how Bandits will try to control the drive, how fast Cessnas will try to score with that beautiful deep ball of Milan's. It's crazy. So like Bandits have a chance to go back to the D3 finals where they lost in last fall. Cessnas, which is like the same core of this team who won a Division 5 championship back in last fall, have a chance to jump divisions and go to the D3 finals here. What's your analysis of this game? Who do you like?
yeah. I'm thinking about it's kind of the athleticism of Cessnas against Bandits. Obviously, had those athletic guys too. I think you said it perfectly. It really is kind of a different style, and it puts a lot of pressure on Matt to like almost have to be perfect, right? Like
Yeah,
uh, you're moving the ball down the field. It's and look, he's been carrying this team for many seasons now, so I know like he could put up to that pressure. And then it's Milan being able to chuck that deep ball. Look, it's gonna be when Bandits have the opportunity to make a play on the deep ball, they just have to do it. And I know that sounds simple, but it's like you can't get beat over the top. If you have a chance to pick a ball off, you pick it. You're not playing for PDC. You're playing for interceptions. You're fighting for those balls when it's in the air. So Milan's going to take his shots. Some Cessnas are going to play with fire, but that's kind of what they do. And it's going to be up to Bandits to capitalize on that because they're going to have opportunities, right? I think that they will. And I like this to be a close game.
they're a
And
stingy defense, man.
what's that? Pardon?
They're a stingy defense.
They are. They are. You know what I mean? You kind of ground it pound and like old school, and they're not going to let many things fly by them. So I expect a good game. I'm happy that I'll be able to watch this game. I'm expecting one possession no matter what. I'm debating right now who I'm going to pick.
So you want me to go first? So you can pick the other one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm going to pick, but you go first.
So I was leaning Cessnas. Like after I finished talking, I was going with Cessnas. And you mentioned things about that defense, and it reminded me how much of a hard time I had throwing against this defense. And for that reason, I think I'm going Bandits in this one.
Man,
One score game.
give me Cestas, man. I'm going Cestas 31-26, and I'm not just saying that to be different. Yeah, it's the young kid vibe, kind of.
I know
Yeah,
I had like this kind of like a Cinderella story that
yeah, I know. But I think, yeah, this is like
yeah.
two completely different teams against each other. But yeah, give me Cestas going to the finals.
All right, Division 4.
Let's go.
There were a few upsets here, I think. You see my screen?
Yep. Oh, it's a boy fine wine.
Uh,
Man, Div 4 was exciting. We caught a few games.
yeah, actually, there was one upset in the quarterfinal round that in the pre-quarters, there were no upsets. So that'll take out Mustard Tigers. Mustard Tigers are missing their quarterback there. Red Flags were really impressive, man. DTS, Creaky Knees. Blue Badgers, nothing but D. Yeah, they nothing but D scored like a bunch of points, took care of business against Les Bouchers. I think we both had picked Les Bouchers in this one.
Yeah, we did.
34 points and showing up with a donut against Blue Badgers. So this is matching up for a La Horde Red Flags semifinal one and Blue Badgers DTS semifinal number two. Um,
Red flags are fun.
Fun?
Fun, yeah. Like I was watching, like it's one of the first times I saw them play, and it was like, I don't know, they kind of have that like cool swag vibe to them.
Yeah.
But so do Laval.
So let's see if these two teams played against each other during the regular season. This is going to be a good matchup. You got Dave St. Jean, who's probably one of the best players in this division. Um, oh, they get the rematch here. Red Flags beat La Horde 25-24, aided by a 6 points because La Horde were not enough to start the game.
Oh, no, you're kidding, Terry.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a close game. I think I could see it being. I see it being a little higher scoring. I see both
Yeah.
quarterbacks slinging in this game. I could see St. Jean going bananas, and I could see Vincent going bananas too for red flags. Um, yeah, I think. Look, like, I think you said it well. Like the best player in Division Three, arguably, is Dave St. Jean.
Except
And
we're
just
Division 4 now.
yeah, I mean when he plays Division Three, but like and he's in Division Four, so playing Division Three is insane. So imagine if four, and he's allowed to play defense, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like just that in itself, like even if he wasn't playing quarterback, like that's huge.
Yeah, he got a few picks in the game before I was doing that against Baby Yoda, yeah.
And obviously, his ability to run too. I like this matchup. I honestly, we talked about teams being fairly opposites in Division Three. I think these teams are very similar, actually. Energy, fast. I expect a good game here. Yeah, you have your pick.
I got my pick.
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Look, Red Flags, second season in the MFL. They registered in Winter Division 3, went to the semifinals, lost against a juggernaut, a team that ended up winning it all. This year, another great season in Division 4, super competitive, taking care of business in the quarterfinals. And I think they make it to the finals this year. I got Red Flags edging out La Horde and having a game plan for Dave St. Jean playing defense. And they're going to win this one 32-30.
Man, final score 30-26. Favor of red flags. I got red flags. Don't worry, I'm making that picks here before you say yours, so I don't want
You
to.
agreed for the first time? Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing this, not doing that. It's something about the red flags. I don't know,
Yeah,
kind
it's
of the
something about the
season.
Red Flags. Like,
Yeah, no, I know. And both fun teams. Yeah, give me red flags punchers to get to the finals.
DTS, Blue Badgers. Did these? Oh, they played against each other early in the season, and I hope there'll be more points than this. Oh my God!
12. I could definitely tell you I did not see that game.
Yeah, me neither. But in the Blue Badgers game, you see here Oliver Quinn with a rushing touchdown. He had wheels, man. In that game, he scored the first two touchdowns of the game with his legs against
Man, yeah.
Buddy. Look, I expect a close-ish one-score game in this game again, but like let's like multiply the points by at least like 3 or 4.
Yeah, at a minimum, please. At a minimum.
Um, Yeah, DTS really got that chemistry going. I think Blue Badgers as well. Look, this is going to be a fun game for sure. Just, I'd be rooting for both teams. I want to see both these teams in the finals. I wish this was the finals. Sadly, it's only one of you guys will get that ticket. I see it being a back and forth game. Look, I don't think Blue Badgers are going to have an easy one here. It's not going to be like nothing but D. And I think both teams are going to have their hands full. This is going to be a back and forth
Yeah.
game. Both teams should at least score 20 points. I got I got DTS coming out on top 26-20.
Man, I'm gonna go 20-18. Give me the Badgers, man.
Okay.
I like what they did last week. Quinn was, they only scored 20 points, but it felt like they scored more. That defense is legit.
The game did feel like it was like much more out of hand than just the 20.
Yeah, like it's real. Yeah, I feel like they won like 46-0, honestly. Yeah, Quinn has this team rolling. They got studs too. And I think it was Olivier too, right? It was like
Oh yeah,
that balled out of
monster
the
on
game.
defense.
He was like, yeah, he's like, I don't even know like how to describe him. He's like a like Bambi, but on steroids, like a good Bambi,
Yeah,
if that makes sense. But yeah, DTS too. That Kini's game, they like both knits, both teams are tight knit. And I do like how I was surprised ETS was able to hold Creek East to 12 points. I think both defenses play well, but I'm edging. Got Blue Badgers giving the edge.
Division 5?
Five. So we're doing the boring one, two, three, four, the usual.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, don't worry. Next week for the finals, I'll mix it up.
So we had a lot of games Division 5.
You can say that again.
Oh yeah,
Legendaries.
Knights pick Sixers, man. Way to take the undefeated number one seed down to the wire. I think it took 26 overtimes, a few penalties, a convert that was good that became not good. That was an exciting one. Knights come out on top. Then you had the new originals losing Legendaries with the upset. Super Bowl cut with the upset over big assets. Almost had three upsets. Almost had the top three seeds out within minutes. And then Cessna's here taking care of business against Stormbreaker, who Stormbreaker had a big win against Big Boys earlier in the day. Um, yeah, it's crazy. Big Asset scored a total of 59 points on the day,
Great.
but only gets seven in that quarterfinal game.
Matt, I
So
was,
this,
yeah, Legendaries, man. They took it personally. I picked against them in that first game. They go and win two in a row.
yeah, so this sets up a Legendaries Night semifinal. I don't know if these teams play against each other with this many teams in the division. Let's check it out. Um, Knights, the only remaining undefeated team here.
No, Trace, Stormbreaker,
No, they did not play against each other in the regular
matchup.
season. So first time playing against each other. I don't know if Knights faced a quarterback like Clément Biot or a player like Ben Denis. That 1-2 punch here has everyone talking about it in the league. But there were some unsung heroes that took care of business for legendaries, I believe, in this game here. It wasn't all Clément to Ben. As you can see, Jerome and Stefan with a pair of touchdowns apiece. And on defense, Stefan even getting two sacks there. Jerome and Ben with a pick. So this was a complete team effort there.
Man, to hold Sanoge to under 50% completion rate is impressive.
Yeah, I saw a lot of drops to be fair. Like I
Yeah.
caught a few plays there and I saw a lot of drops. And even in their pre-quarterfinal game, you see it wasn't all Ben there. There were six touchdowns, none by Ben Denis. So for all of you guys saying or complaining about that, check the stats.
Yeah, our boy Davo, two touchdowns. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. It's right. So let's start with the Legendaries Knights. Do Knights remain undefeated and take this team to the finals, or is there upset alert with Legendaries?
The Legendaries um, will end the undefeated streak and they'll beat the Knights.
You could
Um,
have said that. Like I was gonna say the Legendaries make a legendary upset and defeat the Knights, and I choose them just because I wanted to say that.
Wow, that was very good. Good stuff. But you sure Knights are gonna win. I'm kidding. Yeah, I like it. I do think like Clément, like he obviously doesn't play quarterback in Division One, but that experience helps a lot, right? And he's an Outlaws in a team that's winning, and he's learned from Steve. He gets better every single game. And then when you said Ben Denis too on this team that's not even putting up crazy numbers, and they're still finding ways to win. I like Knights. I have to say I did underestimate them from the beginning of the season, but. I just like that combo the Legendaries have, and I like that defense too. I know that you said there were some drops.
Yeah.
They got the Knights too, but Legendaries got the experience. I think they edge out Knights in this one. I'm going to go
So
27-26.
so you didn't pick Legendaries to beat like
No,
Jungle Squad or like
nope.
New Originals, but against the undefeated top team of the division, you're picking Legendaries.
You know what I'm learning to do in life, Terry? Sometimes you got to audible. Like today, I had this plan, that plan, the other. We were supposed to do the show at like 11 p.m. Instead, we're doing it at noon. You got to make decisions on the fly. That's what's happening in this game. Sometimes you got to ride the hot hand. I'm riding Legendaries, baby. Let's go.
I yeah, for sure, and it's just something about this Legendaries team. I think they're playing their best football at this time of the year, and Knights played well against the game I saw them against Pick Sixers, but it shouldn't have been that close in my opinion.
Hmm. Fair, fair, fair. I think
Um,
was wrong.
Super Bowl cut MTL Cessnas. I got my pick.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm going MTL Cessnas.
I ain't.
Khalil, the difference maker.
Huge. Man, like to have him rushing in this division is pretty impressive. And to play receiver too. Are we talking about his rushing skills? He's a mismatch height wise. I can see this defense causing MTL Cessna's trouble. and like you said, Khalil specifically. Uh, the Super Bowl cut team, has been on a roll here. I just keep score kept their game. They're just both these teams are very organized. I talk about well-oiled machines. They're similar in that sense.
It's quite
Uh,
rare for Division Five, eh?
yeah, but yes, exactly. And look, we talked about the Super Bowl cut coming in strong. Cessnas are on a pretty good win streak themselves. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of the more high-scoring games. This may be the highest-scoring game in I think in Division Five playoff
Really?
history.
I
I
got
know
this.
I just said I
I got
know
this
I
one
just
being low
said that
scoring.
I know I just said their defense could cause them trouble, but it's one of those games where you have like a pick early on, and then you bring it to the 2 yard line, and then there's a safety. The game just kind of lasts forever. I expect this to be a very, very good game. I think it's going to be a shootout. But I'm going to go with Super Bowl cut here. I'm going to go something like 44-40, Terry.
Yeah, I got like a 20-13 win for Cessnas.
Damn. Okay, so we got complete opposites and complete opposites to score.
Go to the women's division now. We had two close games, one going to overtime.
Yes.
Cessnas defeating the DS Drapeau there. This sets up for Les DS, les Gauloises playing against Drama Queens, MTL Cessnas against Lady Mavs. And we have our consolation bracket semifinals here with Unmatched Girls against Crazy Bees, Humble, Pink Panthers. Let's start by picking off the consolation games, and then we'll go a little bit a little bit more in depth for the analysis of the actual semifinals.
I'm going Crazy Bees. I'm going Crazy Bees. Man, I was talking to Chris about it, and she was saying that they just missed out because a forfeit, I think it was, that Crazy Bees didn't make it. She was upset about that. They're going to use all their positive anger,
Yeah,
and they're going to win this game and punch their ticket to the constellation finals.
I like that. I got Crazy Bees and Pink Panthers in this one, and I got Crazy Bees hosting that imaginary trophy there.
I got Crazy Bees and Humble, but I got Crazy Bees winning the championship as well.
So Les Gauloises Drama Queens, this is going to be a good one. MTL Cessnas, Lady Maps is going to be a good one. Look, there was a great parity in this division, a lot of good teams, but I think this was the clear top four. I think that this is, if we would have drew it up, this is these are the two semifinals that would have came out by that. Drama Queens obviously have won it before. Lady Mavs, Cessnas, Gauloises, all new teams eager to hoist that shiny, bright women's trophy that we have. Who do you like in each matchup?
Look, Terry, I think we're destined for a Drama Queens Lady Mavs final, and I know I just completely just gave my two picks in one there, but I'm gonna go Drama Queens. I'm gonna go Lady Mavs. Drama Queens here. I think their experience plays out here too. Defensively, it's pretty crazy, to give up like 11.5 points per game, and they just have weapons galore. Right, this team is. I just don't know if this is a good matchup for Gauloise. I think that,
Yeah.
like individually, one-on-one, quarterback play, I think Drama Queens wins this game. I'm going to go by two scores. So I say 26-12, Drama Queens win.
I also got Drama Queens winning this one. It's going to be close, but the Drama Queens are going to win by at least a score. And then Montreal Cessnas Lady Mavs. I got this game going overtime. Cessnas back-to-back overtime games in the playoffs here, but in this one, Lady Mavs come out on top. And as much as I hate to agree with you, I do think this women's division had Drama Queens Lady Mavs written all over it for the finals. I hope some ladies prove us wrong, and it might be Gaulois Cessnas, but my prediction is Drama Queens Lady Mavs will be matching up for to host that shiny bright trophy. And I got Cessnas Lady Mavs going to overtime.
I like it. I'm going a 1 point game as well, but I'm going regulation 21-20. Lady Mavs punch your ticket to the finals. Before I forget,
Yes.
so someone had asked, I believe it was one of the coaches from Reckless. He had asked on the basically what the situation was involving like weather, like lightning. I just said as long as like if someone gets hit by a lightning strike, then we stop it. Other than that, we play.
Close.
Yeah.
Was there lightning last Saturday?
No, no, there wasn't. But it was like if there's thunder, like how long do we wait? And he said, "Do we go home?" I said, "No, no, don't go home." Right? Like
Reckless have a coach there?
I believe it was Reckless.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So like, it's basically obviously if there's lightning or thunder, we wait it out,
Mm,
and we try to see if it's getting closer or not.
yeah,
If it's just rain, no matter how bad it is, we still obviously
yeah,
play.
yeah.
And referees are instructed to pause the games for lightning and thunder,
Mm,
and like John and I will give the message if we continue or not. We very, very, very rarely like cancel or reschedule games. We
mm.
tend to just wait it out until it passes. It's rare that it'll be like a constant thing throughout like an hour. Sometimes it'll be like a 15, 20-minute delay, but we kind of wait it out and go ahead.
Bro, that's
Let's
exactly what I said.
let's not hope there'll be any more of that
Nope.
going forward.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
All right, Laval Division One. Um, so the matchups might not be correct right now because I was told right before we got on air that there were a few forfeits or a team backing out of the playoffs given multiple vacations and not being there. So we won't cover specific games because it's going to change, and I didn't yet look at how it'll change. But as this is being once this is posted and people will be viewing it, the actual matchups will be on the correct matchups will be on the site, and captains will already have been communicated with. Um,
Man, that's crazy to me to make the playoffs and not be there.
yeah, vacation and life happens, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Well, MFL is life, but yeah, I agree.
So I think still Crow will be out, Cougars will be in. Um,
Wow. Okay.
and I think that means, yeah, we'd have like a multiple team tie. So I'm not too sure. I think Bellows would be playing Villains in that case, and Black Colombo are playing Cougars, but I'm not totally sure. So we'll just go with who do you think are the favorites here? Like who do you have as your finals team? Because Bandino still have the one seed,
Yeah.
and they'll be playing against the winner of four against five. Kind of like how we was talking about the winning of the division. Bandino's villains kind of have it. This seems it's gonna be a Bandino's villains finals. They just played against each other, and Bandino's won that game to secure the one seed there. Um, thoughts, opinion?
See, I think it's going to be a Banditos Villains final. I'm going to wait to make our picks, for those championships later on. Similar to Lady Mavs being in the finals, I think just it's a matchup. Lady Mavs and Drama Queens there. I think that these are teams that are destined for the finals. I think they've been 1A and 1B all season long. They played in that tight game earlier on there. I got Banditos Villains punching their ticket. They're going to be in the finals.
I gotta agree with you there. Laval D2 now. We got the A Train, the free agent team that squeezed their way in. They're playing against Guard D's, and we got Villains against Blazers. Dad Bods will play against the winner of Guard D's and A Train. Um, regardless of who wins that game, do you see Dad Bods having any trouble against either team?
Trouble, yeah. I think that Guard D's matches up a little bit better against them, just in terms of their play style. But I do think Dad Bods eventually will punch a ticket to the final.
And then Blazers Villains. This has been a Blazers team that's literally been red hot, pun intended. But this Villains team has a lot of firepower in Division One players. They've had an up and down season at 6-4. I don't think this is a great matchup for Blazers, especially given the fact that they haven't played, didn't play last week, given the unfortunate forfeit there by Blitz. So like
Mhm.
I think Blazers got to be on high alert there and really be focused from beginning to end.
Totally agree. I think it will be a close game. I am gonna go Blazers though, and I'm gonna go Guard D's.
Give me Villains in the upset.
Okay, okay, I see you. I see you. I see you.
Are we done?
Yeah, no, wait. Feel 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, we did Laval one. Obviously, we won't touch Brossard. We'll shout out to Brossard and Matt and Gold covering that. But yeah, I think we are, Terry.
Bold predictions.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. You give me one. I give you one.
Let's go 2-2 since it's the playoffs and semifinals and it's like 2-2s and all that stuff.
Well, like we do two each. Okay, I
Yeah,
was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure because I knew you want to eat lunch.
you do 4 and 5.
Okay, bless. You're gonna do a 1 and 3.
Okay, I like it.
Thank you. Okay, 4 and 5. Okay, I said. Okay, I believe I said Blue Badgers over DTS 20-18. DTS will be up 18-0 at half, and Quinn will march these boys down the field and put up 20 straight points. Blue Badgers win 20 to
I
18.
can see it happening.
I think DTS gets a little comfortable. Blue Badgers slow start. They get on their horse and they pull it with a victory.
All right, I'll keep it in theme with you because I had something similar and you gave me Division One. So I got Iron Wolves being up 3 scores at half, 30-12. No Converse scored. Iron Wolves get the ball first. They score. They get a stop. They score again. And then they trade scores for score. going into halftime. Arnold scoring 30 points at the half to Outlaws. I said 12, right?
Yeah,
And
I'll
then
take
Outlaws.
that. You can stop there.
Yeah, okay, I can stop there, but I'll just fast forward a bit to save you a bit of the torture. Outlaws come back and win that game after being down 3 scores at the half.
Hey, we just talked about MFL being a longer game, right? So,
Yeah.
and then over till it's over.
Division 5.
Okay, Div 5, we had those two Legendaries Knights, Super Bowl, MTL Cessnas. Okay, I talked about. Okay, well, look, I said Super Bowl cut. MTL Cessnas will be a high scoring game. Um, okay, let me see. Okay, I think we have at least 2 touchdowns in all categories. Okay, so we have at least 2 pick 6s in this game. We have at least 2 passing touchdowns in this game. We have at least 2 rushing touchdowns in this game. Adding the throw in, we get a pick 1 and or a pick 2 in this game. So
What
we got
about passing
scores.
touchdowns? What about passing touchdowns to yourself?
That'd be possible.
You saw a few last week, no?
It's true because Khalil could bat a ball down and you catch and you turn that to the house, right?
It wouldn't be a passing touchdown to himself. It'd be a pick 6.
No. Like if he bats the ball down, it goes to the quarterback.
Oh yeah. Well, we
And then
saw a team
yeah.
last week that was throwing a pass to himself pretty often, no?
Oh yeah, that was crazy. The tough stuff. But yeah, that was a cool one that we saw. Yeah, I go so score in every way possible in this game.
I like it.
Super Bowl cut, MTL Cessnas.
I'm going Division 3, you said?
Yeah, let's go.
And we'll both do like a women's after just to close it out.
Good call.
Okay. I got both these games going to overtime. And I got both teams in both games scoring in the overtime. There'll be a team that scores first in overtime, and that team does not win the game in both these games.
Okay, so
Heartbreaker.
the other team scores because they have to keep it alive, and then they win.
Exactly. So a team will go for 1 at one point at the beginning of a certain overtime period. They'll get the 1, and then the other team will go for 2, and they'll win by getting a 2 point. Not that 1 point tying it and continuing, because then they don't deserve to win. It'll be that 1 and then a 2, and then in the I think in the Knights pick Sixers game,
Yeah.
Knights had scored to get the 1, and pick Sixers had the chance to win it by going for 2, and they went for 1.
And oh shoot, did they get it in force or no?
I don't remember if they got it in
But they
full.
lost. They lost. Yeah.
I know they ultimately lost, but let's see. No, not this one.
But yeah, you know what you call that when you're down
Not to
early
lose.
in overtime? You call that ice in your veins to come back.
Yeah, it's crazy because there were times I think where pick Sixers were up a point in the overtime, and like Knights were like, chill. Knights, sorry, were Knights needed to stop them to have it continue, and it's like they score here, it's over.
Damn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was called
yeah.
back.
Wow. I remember checking the play-by-play, and it was like probably the most overtimes in this
Oh
division.
yeah, so it was here. Knights scored. Pick Sixers needed to score to keep it alive. They went for 1 for the tie. There
Yeah.
was a penalty.
So they didn't get the 1.
They didn't get the 1. There was a penalty, and I think then they went for 2 from the 5.5.
God, instead of going for 1 from like the 2.6 yard line.
Yeah. It's crazy that Knights got 2 penalties in this overtime.
Man. It's playoffs, man. You got to pull out a win any way you can.
And last but not least, let's both have a bold prediction for the women's division. You go with Gaulois, Drama Queens. I'll go with Cessna's Lady Mavs.
Yeah, I like it.
So I already said Cessna's Lady Mavs is going into overtime. Cessna's
Yeah.
back-to-back overtime games here. If you look at the first one, it took it took 3 overtime periods. This one's going to go up to 10. I got this game up to 10 overtime periods.
Damn, that's good stuff. I like it. Gaulois, Drama Queens. They've obviously played this year. Drama Queens. Okay. Yeah, like we said, it's kind of destined for that Drama Queens Lady Mavs final. 2, 3. Okay, 2, 2, 2. Okay, I think in this one, gosh, that'd be tough. We have 3 girls scoring at least 2 touchdowns, receiving touchdowns, and 2 girls putting up at least 100 yards receiving. So we got Drama Queens going bananas on the offensive side of the ball to get the victory.
Nice.
Yep. Man, semifinals. So semifinals for all divisions, Terry.
All divisions, and then it's gonna be the finals the following week.
And the times and everything are posted.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna sleep Friday night.
You're probably not.
Well, I'm not gonna get much sleep because we have to.
Yeah, you might as well just stay awake.
Breach, bro, breach. Nap during games.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Don't forget registration's open for the fall Welfare Avenue charity tournament. What else did we say at the beginning of the show?
Get together August 2nd.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Get together August 2nd. Play MFL because it's the best.
At what bar?
At Rudolph's.
Bobby's. 5 p.m. Who's
5
Rudolph?
p.m. Beg your pardon?
Why Rudolph?
Well, I thought wasn't it Rudolph's or Randy's or
Bobby's.
Oh, Rudolph's a cozy place where you can play board games and drink coffee. But no,
that's Randolph.
Rudolph.
Isn't it Randolph?
Is it?
I think it's Randolph.
Randolph, eh? Anyway, it's a good spot, but it's not as good as Bobby's. It'll be at Bobby's, 5 p.m.
See you guys there.
Yeah, be there, be square. Playoffs, let's go!